Hey, welcome back. Today, I want to talk about how I did this knurling on the knob of my lightsaber model. I had someone reach out and ask me how I did it, so I thought I'd make a video about it. Now, I made the model in Plasticity, but as you can see, the knob is smooth, and I suppose I probably could have done it here, but I didn't. I exported the model and I did the knurling over here in Blender. So to begin, I'm going to hide all these other parts, and then I'll select the knob and hit Shift D and make a duplicate, and I'll name this knurl, and I'll hide the knob for now. Next, I'll switch to Edit mode, then I'll select this bottom face, and I'll hold down the Control key, and I'll hit the plus key on my number pad a couple times to select all these other faces. Then I'll hit X and delete faces. Then I'll select these top faces and delete them too. And now I want to reduce the number of edges around the cylinder. So I'll select this edge, then I'll come up here to the Select menu and go to Select Loops, and then Edge Rings, and that will select all the edges. Another way to do this would be to select an edge, then hit Shift G, and then you can choose either direction or face angles, and that will do the same thing. It's just a little faster than coming up here and going through the menus. So once you have all the edges selected, you'll need to go back to the Select menu and choose Checker Deselect, and that will deselect every other edge. But as you can see here, I actually have an odd number of edges. So I have two selected edges that are right next to each other. So to fix that, I'm going to use the Loop Cut tool, and I'll add an edge right here between these two. Then I'll select these two edges, right-click, and Dissolve Edges. But now I have these two large faces that are bigger than all the rest. So I need to adjust the spacing between all the edges so they're evenly spaced all the way around the cylinder. And to do this, I'm going to use an add-on called Loop Tools, which comes with Blender. You just need to enable it. So you'll need to go to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons, and then type Loop into the search box. And that will bring up Loop Tools. I already have it enabled, but if yours is unchecked, just click inside this little box to enable it, then come down here and Save Preferences, and then close the window. Now with the Loop Tools enabled, all you have to do is double-click on this top edge to select it, then hold down Shift and double-click on the bottom edge, then right-click, go to Loop Tools, and click Space. And that will evenly space all the edges around the cylinder. But now if I switch to Vertex Selection mode, you see I have some stray verts that I need to get rid of. So I'll select this one, and Shift-select this other one, and then right-click and Dissolve Vertices. And now I can select an edge, go to the Select menu, select Loops, and then Edge Rings, then go back to the Select menu and choose Checker Deselect. And now you see I have every other edge selected evenly around the cylinder. So now I can right-click and Dissolve Edges. And now I need to turn these long rectangular faces into squares. So I'll select an edge, go to the Select menu, select Loops, and then Edge Rings. Then I'll go to the Edge menu and Subdivide. And I'll come down here to the Subdivide menu, and I'll set number of cuts to 5. And I think that looks about right. So now I'm going to switch to Face Selection mode. And I want to select all these square faces around the cylinder. So I'll select a face, and then I'll come up to the Select menu, select Linked, and click Linked. Or a quicker way to do this is to just hit Ctrl L to select all the linked faces. Then I'll go to the Face menu, and I'll click Poke Faces, and that will give me all these diagonal cuts. But that's not exactly what I want, so I'm going to come up to the Face menu and select Tries to Quads, or you can hit Ctrl J, and that will give me the diamond pattern that I want. So now I can go back to the face menu and poke faces again. Then I'll switch to vertex selection mode. And I need to select all these center vertices inside the diamond shapes. So I'll select this one. Then I'll go to the select menu, select similar, and choose amount of connecting edges. And that will select all these similar vertices. And now I'll use the scale tool to pull them all out in their normal direction. But you'll need to make sure you have your transform orientation set to normal. If it's set to global and you try to scale, it's not going to work correctly. So just make sure you're set to normal, and then you can scale them out correctly. And I'll just pull them out a little bit until they look about right. Something like that. And I also want to scale these edge vertices out about half as much as the other ones. So I'll select this one in the top row and this one in the bottom row. Then I'll go to the select menu, select similar, and choose amount of connecting edges. And that will select all the similar vertices. And I'll just scale them out a little bit. Something about like that. So now I'll switch back to object mode, and it's looking pretty good. But if you have any shading issues, you can fix that by right-clicking and choose Shade Auto Smooth, and that should take care of it. And now I can unhide the knob and all the other parts. And there you go. Okay, that's about it for this one. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and post them below. And as always, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.